Hello, everyone. Hello, Para. How are you?
Hey Solange, I'm doing great. Yeah, how are you doing? Thank you.
So good. So I think our students didn't know you yet, and you are with us all the 10 days of the bootcamp. So today it's a great day to you introduce yourself to our students.
Yeah, definitely, Solange. Thank you for that. Hey guys, great to see everybody here. I think I'm seeing a lot of people joining us. I think we already have 250 people. Um, hello to everybody. Like good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Everybody joining from different parts of the world. Great to see all of you here. So I'm Bharat. I work at Chainlink Labs as a community manager for India. So I manage the Indian community for Chainlink, where we help developers learn more about Chainlink and use it in the dApps. So that's my role, and I also manage a lot of other community management related stuff, helping out developers on Discords, Telegrams, and everything that you see on the social media channels. So if you have any problem facing any issues, you can join our Discord and post your questions. Our community team, and also I'll be helping you out with all the queries that you might have. So yeah, that's what I do at Chainlink Labs, Solange, and yeah, I wanted to pass it on you.
Oh, amazing. So, Bara, I know that maybe we have a problem now. I'm not sure if everyone is good with the video now because we have some problems with the comments in exactly
Mhm.
this moment. It seems that we have the people over there. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I think everybody can hear us, guys. If you can hear us, like just uh, share thumbs up on in the chat so that we can understand. Like you can hear us, see us really well.
Okay. So it's good. Okay, let's see related to the comments. So I will take you off the stage and then I'm starting my presentation. Okay. See you
Lovely.
later.
See you,
Bye.
Solange. Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye.
So it's this. Today is the session number 2, and today is the day that you will create your first smart contract, and we are doing this together. So before that, I will talk a bit about the Solidity fundamentals, and after that we can really do everything. So let's share my screen. So here we are. Let's understand a bit of Solidity, a bit of smart contracts. Solidity is the language that we use to program, to create the smart contract. So we are creating today the Solidity part. You learn it directly inside the smart contracts. Meanwhile, we are creating them. But let's understand first what is a smart contract. And before that, I'm here. Maybe some of you already know me because of past bootcamps and workshop. You can call me Sol. My name is Solange Gueiros. I am a developer advocate at Chainlink Labs. So I teach developers how to use all the Chainlink services. And I love to travel, so I love to do in-person workshops. I used to go to a conference around the world, and also I really love the beginners like this session. I Today I'm not seeing the shine in your eyes, but it's for me so amazing when I can really realize that you are creating your first smart contract. These are my social networks. I used to post all the news and all the upcoming bootcamps and workshops on my Twitter. And the past events that I did are on my website. Okay? And let's go here a bit. Like you can see that we have events in English, Spanish, Portuguese, and a lot of them. So be fun after that. So here we are. We know that yesterday the pad was terrible. Yes, this is a good problem because we must find a new way to interact with you. and the pad doesn't support the amount of people that we have. This is not a problem. We will find another way to do this today. We are doing some experiments with this, okay? So let's go. I'd like to know what's happened just now. Let's go over there. Ta-da. Yeah, we have some people here. Welcome, Sagar. Bangladesh. Wow. And Thiago, and let's add myself as well. I am from São Paulo. And you know that we must be a bit careful with the pad. It's so easy to delete everything, like I did now. I just cut Hank in the middle. Sorry, Hank, your Denver it's down. I can put you here. And yes, we have a lot of people over there, and you starting, someone is starting the middle. I know that this is like not so easy now, but we have other ways to do this later. This is only to breaking the ice, to have the people here, and doesn't matter if we have problems now. But Carlos, go down, not here. In the beginning, it's our introduction. And here we are. The people are around. No problem. We know that it will be a mess again. Yeah. And the translators, oh, this is crazy with us. But it's only to you to come here. Yes. One more minute. Hey, hey, okay. Let's go. Let's move forward. And yes, the people can add the comments in the chat. I think it's only us that I should to see your comments in other place and I can't. So I will go to both places today. Let's go. So here we are. Let's talk about smart contracts. What is this? So I used to say that smart contracts, they are not smart. They are not contracts. Smart contracts are computer programs that are published and executed in a blockchain environment. Remember that yesterday you already understood that a blockchain environment is immutable. We have transactions over there. After the transaction is confirmed in a block, we didn't have after that you cannot change your transaction anymore because we have other blocks and we must have the consensus of everything, so it will be hard. And this is so we can say that after you publish your smart contract inside the blockchain, it's immutable. You cannot change the code anymore. But imagine that inside your contract, you create some function to change an information that you have over there. Yes, you can change information, you can update information, but you can't update the code. Okay? Yeah. And we know that the pad maybe will not work to everyone now. And this is only like to us to play a bit, but we know that we have other ways to work today. Wait to understand this better. So what about smart contracts? What more you can be useful to you? The smart contracts, they are autonomously, but this is when they are triggered, when they are called. It means that if you call a function inside the smart contract, everything that is defined in the function will be executed. You cannot stop in the middle. You cannot change nothing. But you must call the function. Because of this, we used to say that they must, they are not self-executed, but they execute everything that is defined, okay? And also, when you start something the smart contracts, we have no intermediaries. No one can stop your smart contracts after it's in the blockchain. This can be good or this can be bad. Imagine that you have a smart contract with some error. The error you be over there. And in the past, we have a lot of smart contracts and decentralized applications that was hacked because errors inside the smart contracts. So be careful with this. We used to say that to have some auditing or smart contract is so important. And also I used to say that if I spent like one day to create a smart contract, I will spend 5 more days testing it because I must test every possibility that I can imagine and the others that I can't imagine. We must test everything to be sure that nothing is wrong because after you publish the smart content, you cannot change it. So be careful about that, okay? So these are smart contracts. And I used to say that the smart contracts will solve the problems that we have in the society related to trust. Because when we are trusting like on paper guarantees, like brand, like contracts, this is a bit hard because first of all, we have some intermediary in the middle and you don't have transparency on that. The risk related to this counterparty can be high. So if you have smart contracts, we are talking about cryptographic guarantees. So we are based on math. And in this way, we can say that we are trusting in the cryptography. We have the cryptographic truth. And is this related to smart contracts? Before go to the practical way, let's talk a bit more about yesterday. So I know that you really would like to get these slides. And this is the moment that you have the slides. So let's copy this for you. But this is the presentation. Here we have the slides for you. And I will give you a minute to read this QR code. Yes, I think you are good. And remember that yesterday our instructors, Roberto, and Richard, told you that we have tasks. So in order to you receive a certificate at the end of the 2 weeks, the 10 sessions, you must do some tasks, like 20 tasks, a lot of smart contracts that you will deploy in different chains. And all of these tasks will be inside a form. So this is the way that we can check it out. And this is the form. Before that, let's see if I can share with you the presentation. I think you already got it. Are you adding the beginning of the pad as well? Let's see what's happened in the pad. It seems that survived a bit, not too much, but I think we are surviving. So these are the presentation, and here we have from yesterday and from today. Okay, we have everything here, the agenda, everything that you learned yesterday. Okay, and now we have the task form. So the bootcamp you finish on April 12th. But we know that some people are doing the sessions later. Maybe you need more time. So you have until April 30 to finish all the tasks. Okay? And this is the task form. I will share here with you as well. Here we are, not this yet. Okay. And I will go to this form and I will start with you filling the form to understand what you should have. So I have the form opened here. Okay, if I go to that, I will open exactly the same. Here we are. Let's do this big. And you can come back to this form every day to fill the tasks that we have in that day. Like if you go here, you can see that we have a lot of tasks that you didn't learn yet, but what do you learn to do? Like yesterday, you create your first your wallet and fund your wallet, create a second account, did a transfer. Today, we are creating two smart contracts. One is called register, the other is called register access. Tomorrow, you will do a token. Let's create a token and a token shop. Then in the session 4, we are doing CCIP. We are talking about interoperability and we are transferring USDC from one chain to another chain. After that, next week, you are creating an NFT that will be a flower, and also another NFT that will be a cross-chain as well, using CCIP. Also, we are creating a game called Runners, and in the almost the last session of the bootcamp, in the session number 9, we are creating a smart contract to interact with the weather, to get information from the weather and use it inside our smart contract. So this is everything that we have. Okay. Doesn't matter the YouTube email we are talking about. The only thing that is important to you is to use the same email every day that you fill in this form. Okay. For example, this is my email. I will fill it here. This is the address that I'd like to receive the certificate, and maybe I have a mainnet access, mainnet address that is not the address that I'm using with you, and I'd like to use that. So let's fill some address over there. So this is the address that I'd like to receive the certificate. Can be different from the address that I'm using now to do the bootcamp. And imagine that I have this order that I created yesterday with you when I installed my MetaMask. And here, probably you fund your wallet in some way. How can I find the transaction that I funded my wallet? Let's see. Can be here? I think can. I prefer to do in the other. I have the form in the incognito mode. This is not a problem. But yesterday you learned about the Etherscan. Sepolia. Etherscan. Here we are. So if you need this, we have this here as well. The Etherscan. If I search for my address here, here is my address, and you can see, for example, that here I received it was not from yesterday, okay, but I received it on my account. So this is the transaction hash that I should add over there. It's a transaction hash where you are receiving some it on Sepolia inside your account, okay? Let's add over there. This is my transaction hash, and these are the faucet, these are the blockchain, the Sepolia Block Explorer, and this. Remember that after this, you create a second account and transfer from one account to another account. And here you are adding the transaction hash as well, okay? Today, we are doing this part. We are creating 2 smart contracts. And every day you come back here and fill the new tasks using, remember that you must use the same email, okay? I think I'm ready to go forward with you. And I know that probably some of you have problems yesterday with the faucet. And yes, it's a lot of people. This can happen. But how can we solve that? We have a workshop faucet. I don't have it too much it over there yet, but I have here some link. Today we are not using the link yet. We are using soon. Tomorrow we are using link. Tomorrow no, session 4. But today we are using it. So my faucet this is the workshop faucet, this allow you to get 0.5. If you already have it, don't get it now, please. If you don't have it, you can try to get less to have more people, because this will be only for 160 people. So let's try to help our friends now, okay? I'm sharing this information with you just now. This is the workshop faucet. Let's refresh my pad. Yes, I'm not on remix yet. Exactly. So here we are. This is the workshop faucet. I will fill this again because it's better to use the order that we have, the small one. Okay. And this is the faucet. You need a password to this faucet. So please don't add the password in the YouTube chat. Let's use the password only here. And I'm sharing this password with you. Probably after the bootcamp, we are changing the password, okay? This password will not be forever. And if you can't get tokens inside this workshop faucet, try the official faucet, okay? And this is, and I don't need the remix yet. This is the password now. With this password, you can go here. And now you can get a bit. Try to get less. Try to get 0.1. It's enough to you, okay? And you don't need the link now. You only need this. So get 0.1 Sepolia 8, okay? Yes, the password is in the pad. Line 27 is the password, okay? It's here. The password is in the pad, line 27. Get the password here. Let's wait a minute for you. Okay. Yes. And by the way, oh, I did something wrong in the other screen. Wait a minute. Yes, I'm ready with you. And by the way, I forgot to do something inside my task form. Remember that I started my form. So if I came until the end, I can submit my form. So let's submit my form now. Ta-da, it's done. I can edit later. Now it's good. So good. And for example, I'd like to share something with you. I will not share the people itself, but I'd like to share with you that we already have some people that's here. Our students already started. Okay, we have more people. Yes, we don't need to have the names now, but the people is starting. This is great. Congrats to everyone that is doing this with us. This is really amazing. Okay, perfect. Probably if it's showing an error now, it's that it's not empty yet. Okay, we are still good. Try to get less, don't get link now. Only 0.1 it's enough to you. This is an interesting question. Yes, if you have a Sepolia, you can find in the Blockchain Explorer some transaction that you receive this it and use that. Okay, Elena? And okay, maybe some people need helps from yesterday. Uh, how can I get Sepolia here? Remember that? I added this. Let's go forward. So I added the information here for you. Now we are going to remix. First of all, let's be sure that MetaMask is right. So on MetaMask, you must be sure if you came here in the left top corner that you have the net. I must go out to that you have the show test networks enabled. So enable the show test networks, then you can see Sepolia. And here we are. I am in Sepolia now. Okay. Let's see if you are good. Okay, great. Now, to create our first smart contract, we are using an online environment called Remix. So Remix is from Ethereum Foundation. And let's go to Remix. Okay. Yes. This is the password. So let's go to Remix now. This is Remix. And don't worry, here I have a lot of content that I did in the past. You are starting now, so probably you don't have this. And doesn't matter. You can create a new workspace, but let's try on this way, okay? Don't worry about this. So we are here now. We are on Remix. This is the moment to go to Remix. We are here now. Remix. But before create our first smart contract, let's configure Remix in a way that will be good for you. What I must do? First, I go to the icon number 4 or button number 3, something like that. Let's see what's the 4 for me, because we have some things like, I used to count this being an icon, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the 4, the Solidity compiler. And over there, you can see that I have the auto compile enable. So do the same, enable auto compile. This is important. Icon number 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, Solidity compiler, and enable the auto compile. Okay, perfect. Let's go forward. Now we are going to the next icon, and it will be the deploy and run transactions. Let's see. So icon number 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Deploy and run transactions. Icon number 5, deploy and run transactions. Here I am. And here in the, wow, what I did, no, not that. On the environment, I will change the environment to connect with my wallet. So I'm connecting this environment to develop smart contracts with my MetaMask wallet. How to do that? Clicking on Injected Provider. Injected Provider, MetaMask. When you do that on the first time, you must authorize that. So let's authorize that. Next, and connect. You can see here exactly below the injected provider that I am in the Sepolia network. This is the chain ID, the ID of Sepolia, but I am on Sepolia network. And this, okay? It seems that is not connected yet because, okay, it was 0 ETH, but this is my balance now. We are good. Let's see how is our faucet now. Okay, we have this in the faucet, so we are good now. If you need more ETH, if you didn't get yet, we already have this in the faucet. Perfect. Thank you, Chainlink team. We are working together all the time. And here you are. This is my environment. I'm ready to create my first smart contract. How about you? Let's come back to the chat and see what's happened with you. Doesn't the compiler version doesn't matter now because I have without compile enable. I will use the compiler version that it's inside my smart contracts. Okay, and this. One more, so slow for you. So icon number 4, Solidity compiler, enable out compiler. Next icon, deploy and run transactions. Environment, choose injected provider. This will be MetaMask, and then you must authorize inside your MetaMask. So, are you ready to create your first smart contract? Yes, Thiago, I have it only because I did some contract verification before. We are not using that, so don't worry about that, okay? And let's go forward. Now it's like a challenger moment. Let's see how I do that. I used to like to copy and paste the smart contract here in the pad. Sometimes we have problem doing that. Let's see if the pad will survive. If not, I'm adding inside the slides as well, okay? So now to create my first smart contract, I must go to the icon number 2. So icon number 2, I will create this file, register.sol. Let's do that. You can do with me. So icon number 2, File Explorer. Below the workspaces, I have a button, the blank paper here to create a new file. Let's click on that. And the name is register.sol. Here we are. Now you can see in the right side that I have a blank page, a blue page, but it's empty. And here I will create my smart contract. I already have that. So I will share with you the code that I have here, but we are doing this together. Let's see if this is the same that I have over there. Yes, this is what I'd like to use. So what I'm doing now with you, here in the pad, let's see if the pad will survive. If it's not a problem. I can add in the the slides as well, and I will find another way to you to help you. Here, I will share the code here between the begin and the end. And these two slashes for the right side are comments on Solidity. So this is a comment, this is another comment, and inside this, I will copy and paste the smart content. Then you are doing the same inside your remix. So let's get mine. Copy to you. Don't cut the code. Try to only copy it. So here is the code. Are you select it now? Oh, someone already cut it. I can't believe. Okay, let's try again. Be careful. We are doing this every day. Here we are. Let's see. Yes, it's still over there. So here I am. I'm copying the code, select it, copy the code. Then I came to remix. Remember that I have that empty file over there and paste it. And you have this message, this scared message, because I may paste some code that I got in another place. So you should know what you're doing, or at least you should trust in this code. Because we are learning, I'm teaching now, you can trust on my code, okay? Is this. Click on OK. And here is the smart content. Let's see how are you now. Okay. Tony, if this happen, try to refresh, reload the remix, okay? This can happen if you don't have the wallet and have remix opened. This happens sometimes with me. It's not a problem. Okay, let's see if it's the file over there. Yes, it's still over there. Congrats, guys. You are so amazing. I will do a copy of this only for now. Wait. Okay, the copy is done. Okay, let's go. Oh, and now someone deleted everything. I can't believe, guys. Okay, thank you to bring it back. Okay, let's go back to remix now. And here we are. Let's understand our code. Like I said before, when I have these two slashes to the right side, this is a comment. It means that all that we have here is some comment. Solidity and Remix suggest to us to having the first line of your code to have this identifier with the kind of license that you are using. So I'm using the MIT license. This is an open source license. After that, we have here the command pragma, and this command is to define the version of your compiler. So I'm using the Solidity language with the compiler version 0.8.19. Is this. Let's see, it's over there. Okay, we didn't. Let's go forward. And here I have another command called content, and this command is the definition of my smart content. My smart content is called register, and what I have between these two keys, I forgot the name of this. Someone could remember me, please? And what I have inside this, it's my smart content. Let's see what I have. First of all, I have a variable. A variable is a kind of box that you can add things inside. My variable, it's a string. It's the type string. Inside a string, I can store any kind of information. For example, if it's an integer, I can only store numbers. If it's a string, I can store numbers and letters and symbols, everything. Okay. Oh, thank you, AJ, the curly braces. Yes, this is the curly braces. Thank you. And here you can see that my variable is private. It means that I can only access this variable inside my smart contract. And the name of the variable is info. Okay, this is the name. I'd like to see if the pet survive. Yes, survived until now. Okay, we are good. Yes, congrats, guys. You are doing so well. And after my variable, the definition of my variable, I have a function. I used to say that a function it's like a name, and when you call or run that name, you can execute a lot of commands. Here I have only one command in each of my functions, but let's show another few. For example, any of these. Let's go here. Here I have a command, a function with 4 commands inside. And here I have other with more. So we can have more commands inside the name of the function. Okay, the function is exactly to define some name and execute what is inside. And here we have the function called getInfo. This is public, anyone can call this function. It's a view because this function is not changing nothing inside the blockchain. Remember that yesterday you learned about the state machine and how we can change, update states using the transactions inside the blocks. This is the blockchain. So when I have a view, it means that I'm not changing a state inside the blockchain. I'm only reading some information. And this is, I'm reading the blockchain, okay? And this function called getInfo will return this kind of information. And you can see that this information is the same of my variable. So I'm returning the content of my variable info, okay? This is memory because it's not saved in any place. It's temporary, so it's memory. And I think you don't worry about where you are creating. Okay, I have some folders over there, but I created everything here in the main folder, okay? It's fine if you create inside contract as well. It's up to you. Okay, let's come back to our code. And now you can see here that I have another function called setInfo. And when I call this function, I must pass a parameter. The parameter, it's a string, is the same type of my variable. It's memory because it's temporary. I'm not only using this moment. It's not to be saved in any place. And my parameter is called _info. This function is public as well. And inside the curly brace that I learned with you now, I'm saving the information that I have in the parameter, the _info. I'm storing this information inside my variable info. And this is our first smart contract. We can store some information inside the blockchain, and you can read this in another moment. Let's see if I saw something extra that I need help. I think we are good now. Okay, we are good. Okay, let's go forward. Now that we have our smart contract done, we can see in the icon number 4, the Solidity compiler, that you have the green sign over there. And it's saying compilation successful. It means that my smart contract is done to be published, okay? And let's help you with this. If you'd like to follow this part, we can see that we are here now. And let's refresh this. Okay, so compilation successful. Now I'm going to the icon number 5, deploy and run transactions. And let's click on deploy. Let's go forward. Deploy. Let's do that. Here we are. Deploy and run transactions. Icon number 5. Click on deploy. In this moment, what's happened? Remix create a transaction with all the bytecode of my smart contract, all the code that the Solidity compiler can understand. Then, because I am connected on my wallet, so MetaMask opened a pop-up window with this transaction, and I must confirm this transaction in order to MetaMask send this transaction. We used to say like broadcast the transaction to the blockchain. So let's confirm. And now I can follow this in this part as well. Okay, in the right part down, you can see what's happened. The creation of register pending, and it's done now. If I go to MetaMask, I also can see that I have the contract deployment done. I can see that on the block explorer. So here you can see that this account create this smart contract. And let's come back to Remix. And now it's a moment that I'd like to have you sharing your smart contract with me. I used to do this in the pad, but probably will not work. We know that. So no problem. Use the form to do that. So if I came here, I scroll down in the left side, you can see the deployed unpinned contracts. And this is the name of my contract register. And in the right side, I have a button to copy the address. So every time you create a smart contract, each smart contract, you have your own address. In the same way that your wallet has an address, and you used to say that wallets have external owned accounts, the EOA, and here smart contracts have address as well. So copy this, and let's go to our form. I'm editing the response now. And yes, I know that I'm editing. And here I have the register smart contract address, and I will paste this here for you. And let's update my form again. And this is, it's saved to the bootcamp. If you'd like to do this on this way, I used to do this, but sometimes didn't work. Let's see if this will work at the end. Let's take off all the translations part that we have here. Let's create a divider. I'm not sure if this is working. Let's see. Go to deployed contacts, copy their register address, and let's do it here. Try to not delete everything, please. I did mine. Anyway, this is not so important like the form. The form is important. Hey, Vivish, congrats. And we have Thiago that's coming, Emil, Michael, Mario, Hugo. Yes, congrats everyone that create your first smart content now.
Sol, I think you are mute.
Yes, yes. Okay, let's talk again. No problem. Thank you for helping me. And here we are. Let's come back. What I did now, I came to the left side where I have this arrow and expand my contract, and I have here the buttons that I have with the function. So the blue button is the get info, the orange button is the set info, and this is. Let's try to click on the get info button, and I don't have any information here yet. So let's come back and click in the set info. And what would I like to save inside your content? I'd like to save my name. So, okay, set info. This is the parameter. This is the information that I'd like to save inside my content, and click on set info. Again, I'm sending a transaction to the blockchain. If you realize, when I did the get info, I didn't send a transaction. It's only a query. Now I'm changing the state. I'm changing the blockchain. And here we are. This is confirmed now. And if I come back to get info, I can see my information is over there. Okay. Like Juan, this is not the order that I have in my functions here. This is the order that Remix show the functions to us. And they used to show first the functions that change state. And after that, we can see the functions that are only views. Okay? And Thiago, you can write wherever you'd like to write over there. It's your content now. Okay, I did that. This is my transaction. I'd like to see this transaction now, like the setting at least. If I come back to Remix, I can click in the transaction and view on Block Explorer. And this is my transaction 1 minute ago. And if I click to show more, so scroll down, click to show more, scroll down, you can see that the function set info was called. And if I click on this, the code input data, and here you can see my information. Oh no, but my variable is private. How can I see the information here? Because here I'm seeing the parameter underscore info, and this will be saved inside the variable. So I used to say that this is private, but not too much, because if you are saving information over there, like I'm doing here, I can check this, and this transaction, this smart contract, can be followed, it's public, so the information is not so private. So be careful about that, okay? Now, what I'm doing, oh, I have a question for you. Do you think that I can update this information now? 1 minute till you think about it. Yes. Oh, we have the answer over there. Yes. Tembo, good to see you here again. Parvin as well, that answer first. Yes, I can change my information. So now I'd like to have the Chainlink Bootcamp over there. Is this? You can save, update your information to any information that you'd like to do, okay? Set info. And here we are, confirm. And I'm waiting the confirmation of the transaction here. Here. It's confirmed. And now if I come back to get info, you can see the Chainlink Bootcamp 2024. So I could update my information because I have this function prepared to do that, the set info. But I can't change the source code. If I try to change something here, I must deploy a new content. Will not be the same content, okay? Oh, I love this question. So, can anybody else update the variable? Let's do that. So, how am I doing that now? I will get one of your content. Let's choose a content of another person, and I will interact with your content. Let's see. Okay, it seems that the pad is still surviving. We are good. 300 people here. Amazing, guys. Congrats to you. So, Lufty, are you here in the chat as well? I'm getting your content now, okay? So what I did, I got the address of Luft register, copy it, come back to Remix, and this is the source code. We have the same source code. Oh, okay. Luft is here. Okay. And what I'm doing now, instead of click on deploy, I'm using this code, this source code, with the address of Luft content. So I know that this address is related to this content. So I can do that. Click on at the address. And if I scroll down again, you can see that I have 2 copies now. The first copy is mine. The second copy is from Luft. And here we are. Let's see what he has in his content. Ooh, get info. Hello, AC from 0x Bootcamp. Wow, amazing. I will change your content now. Ooh, so was here. Okay, let's update it. Confirm. So I'm changing the information in the smart contract from other person now. It's confirmed. Hey, Lufty, could you answer in the chat, in the YouTube chat, if your content was changed for you as well? And yes, first question is this. Yoo-hoo! And do I know where are you based? And look at this. Lufty is in Jakarta, Indonesia. I am in São Paulo, Brazil. And I can interact with your content. And he just let us know that, yes, his content was changed. So this is amazing. So I'd like to see your content now. Let's, not your name, sorry. I need to get your content again, this. Let's see what's happened with your content. This is your content. And you can see that it's not only me that update your content, I think other people as well. And look at that. You create your content 40 minutes ago, and you have all the transactions over there. I can have the history of your contract. I can do some audit with your contract. Let's see the last transaction. I think this is not mine. And click to show more what they did over there. Vinicius was in your contract as well. So is this. And this is a nice exercise. So choose another person over there. And I used to do this in a good way. So I used to do in this way. You try to change the order. So Luft, you change Jen, that you change AJ, that you change Slav. Try to change the order, the next one. 1 minute to you do that. Oh, related to this question, I will not do this here. This is a bootcamp starting from zero for beginners, okay? So this is not a topic to this bootcamp, okay? And this is first, you create your first smart contract. After that, you learned how to interact with a smart contract from another person here in the bootcamp. And let's go to the third part of our bootcamp. Now, you just realize that anyone can interact with your content, can change your smart content. And by the way, yes, if you create your first smart content now, you can share on your social networks. I create my first smart content here in the Chainlink Bootcamp 2024. And let's come back here. Okay, like if you don't take care of the permissions and the roles inside the smart contract, this can be a huge problem. So security problems can happen with this, hacks can happen because of this. We must be careful related to who can do what inside my contract. Next, now we are creating a new smart contract, and this new smart contract, you have permissions. Let's create a new register where we are managing a allow list, and you can tell who can interact, who can update the information inside our smart contract. Okay? Let's do that. I'd like to see if my contract is done here. Register, no, I don't have it, so I'm creating from zero with you. Maintain this here. Okay. Let's see if you can survive. I will try to do here at the end now, okay? Let's see if you can survive. Oh, the translation is really annoying. I can say this, okay? So what we did now, we interact with another contract, and now I'm creating this file called registeraccess.sol. Okay, let's do that. I think this is fair. I will do this again. And remember that this is record. You can watch the video later as well. But let's do one more time. Here we are. This is I will do this with another person. So now I'd like to do with Jen. Jen, are you here? Let's see if you are here. This is the address of register from Jen. And how can I start? I came here to deploy and run transactions button. Close this. And here, instead of click on deploy, I came to add address. And I'm pasting the address of Jen contact. So I will use the code that is open on my right side on this address. And now I have 3 copies. Let's expand the copy number 3. The get info is hi. The set info is so. Around the world, because I'm interacting with you around the world. And is this confirm? And Thiago, are you, probably I know what's happened with you. Let's finish mine first. So I'm waiting here. Yes. Get info. Oh, another person changed with me. Come on. Let's see if my transaction is over there or no. Maybe not. This is the transaction. I interact with this contact. If you go to my transaction, yes, I did it. But another person did it as well. And you can see that we have some interactions with Jan contact as well. Okay? So, I'd like to help Thiago a bit. Thiago, I think I know what's happened with you. If you are not, check it out. If you are here, if the environment is the injected provider, and if you have the MetaMask here, if you have the Sepolia here, because maybe you are doing this like in the Remix VM. Remix has a blockchain simulator in the memory of your browser. So if you are doing inside your browser, you are not connected in the network. And if you try the address of someone else, you not work because you are not in the network, okay? And if the error still persists, probably you must refresh Remix, okay? And what more can I tell you? Before refresh Remix, be careful, be sure that you have your content, like you can pin your content and it will be saved inside your Remix. Like I did that now. I pinned my content. It means that this is my register and I will have this with me, even if I close Remix and open again. Okay. Now let's create the next content. Here we are, probably before the translations. Oh, yes, we are here. Again, we must copy what you have between the beginning and the end. And for tomorrow, I will have a new way to share the content with you. But today we are doing on this way. And by the way, I must get my content in another place. Here. Remember, don't cut the code, only copy it here. And let's try to delete this translation part again. This is our contact I must create now. Register.access is the name of my contact. Let's go back to Remix. And on the second icon, File Explorer, exactly down the default workspace, create a new file. And I am in a wrong place. I prefer to be in the main folder. So not do that. Okay. Main folder. I am here now. And yes, now I'm creating the main folder. Register access.so. Here we are. So let's copy and paste. Yes, the code is still here. You don't need to copy the beginning and the end, only what is inside. And let's take this off. And this is the code. And now we are understanding what we have here. Let's see, how are you? Oh, great, Thiago. Yes, I love Remix, but sometimes we have problems, but it's only this. Okay. I was checking the comments. We are good now. Starting the same way. First line, the license that I'm using, it's an open source license. The kind is MAT. After that is the same version of Solidity. Remember that if I have this here and if I have the autocompile enable, automatically I have the right version over there. Okay, don't worry about that. Then the name of my content now is register access, and I have a different kind of information. Wait a minute, I talked too much. And here we are. You can see now that my variable info changed a bit. It's still private, but I have this bracket with the strings. It means that now I don't have only one information. This bracket means that this is an array. It means that this is a list of information, and I have positions in that list and different information in each position. And this index is starting on 0. So position number 0, I have some information. Position number 1, I have another information. Okay. Also, we have here a new kind of variable called address. And the variable address, this type, it's only to store address, like the address of your contact, the address of a wallet, something like that. This is public. The difference between private and public is like the public automatically create a function with the name of your variable, and everyone can see. So you have a function called owner, and this is the address that I have over there. Okay. Let's see if the content is here. No, the content is over there. Okay. Then I have another kind of variable called mapping. And this is the way that I'm teaching you Solidity fundamentals. We are creating smart contracts and understanding all the concepts inside this, okay? Understand the Solidity fundamentals, creating the contents. So the mapping, it's we used to say that this is a key value kind of variable. It means that for each key, and the key you be in the type address, I will have one value, and this is a Boolean value. It means that true or false. So for each address, I have a true or false value. And the default is false. It means that if you don't have the address, you receive the false. The return is false. Okay? This is public as well. And the name of my variable is allow list. This is a simple way to control access inside a smart contract. Tomorrow we will learn this in a most sophisticated way. Today is the simple way, okay? Now, here it's a new concept for you. I have the constructor. So the constructor is a special kind of function, and it will be called only when you are deploying the smart contract. We used to have this function to initialize variables. And here we are. When I'm deploying the smart contract, I'd like to have inside the owner the address of the message.sender. This is the address of the person who is sending the transaction. When we send a transaction, we used to say that we send a message. So this is the message.sender. This is the address of the person who is sending the transaction, okay? I'm saving over there. This is the owner of the content, okay? Here, Also, I have the allow list. Remember the mapping? So I have the allow list for this address, the owner. I'm saying that the owner can do something in my content. I'm adding the owner in the allow list. Okay? Then this is another concept to you, the event. Events are like logs that uh, they are information that will be public, but it will not be exactly saved inside the blockchain. You can see that in the transaction, but you must like have the structure of the blockchain to get that information. It will not be saved inside the blockchain, okay? And my event is called info change, and I'm calling this event every time I'm updating the information. I'd like to share with the world what was the old information and what will be the new information. Is this. Now I have another kind of concept to you in Solidity called modifier. Modifier, it's something like I will have this name, the name of my modifier, and I can add the modifier in the function. So if I add the modifier in a function, my function, you have the same permissions or the same requirements of my modifier. Okay? So what I have inside this modifier, the modifier only owner is checking require that the person who is sending this transaction, we don't know who transaction is that, but the address must be the same address of the owner. And if it is not, you receive the only owner message. If everything is good, this underscore means that the code will be executing. It continues to execute the code. Let's see where I'm using the only owner. So this is the modifier. If I scroll down, I have here two functions, one called add member, other called delete member, the member, and I have the modifier here. It means that these functions are to add or remove addresses from your allow list. What means add a member? When I call the function add member, I will pass the address of that member, and then I'm in the allow list with that address. I'm saying that is true. It means that now that address is in the allow list. And in the moment that I will not have, I don't like to have this address anymore, I will do the same, the del member, the address, and now it's false. It means that this address is not on the allow list anymore, okay? Who can do that? Anyone can call, okay? But if you call this function and you are not the owner, you will spend some gas to receive an error. You'll not work, okay? You can call, but you'll not work. Is this? Let's go back a bit because you understand the modifier only owner. I have another modifier over there called only allow list. And the requirement in this moment is that the address who is sending the transaction is inside the allow list. It means that the result is true. If it's not, I will receive the only allow list. If this is true, if we pass the requirement, you have the underscore. It means that we are continuing the code where we have the modifier. So where I have it here in the set info. And now set info is to update some information. And remember that I have now an array, a list. So I should say which position of my array I'm updating the information. For example, I'd like to update the information, the second item on my list, the index 1, I will update this information, and only who is in the allow list can do that. And here you can see that I created the event before, now I'm using the event. So here I'm emitting the event with the old information and the new information. After that, I'm updating the information, okay? In the same way, I have the add info. This is the way that I can add new information on my list. The parameter underscore info is the information that I'd like to have. Again, only allow list can do that. And when I do that, I'm returning the position on my list we used to add at the end. And because this is an array, I use this push. This is a command to add some information at the end of an array. So I add the information over there, and I get the index and send to you. This is the size, the amount of index that I have on my list. So -1 is the index, okay? Now, let's come back here. What's the get info now? The get info is to get a specific position inside your list. So I'd like to know what we have in the position 2 or in the position 1 is this. I will tell the index and receive the information. And I have another function over there that's to list all the list info. So here I'm returning the array of information, all the list. Be careful when you are using this function in most complicated apps. This is simple. This is a didactic smart contract. But imagine that you are using this and you have thousands of info over there. Probably you can't use this anymore because the result will be so huge that you can't receive that information back, okay? Be careful about that. Here I have this only to be didactic with you, okay? Let's see how we are. Is the pet survived? And I think someone linked the pet. Need the pet? Yes. So here we are. We already changed the color and everything. The code survived. Congrats, everyone. We are so good with this. We are doing great now. Oh, I didn't check yet. I didn't this kind of test, but this will happen in some moment. But we need to test it. You can test and then let me know. So let's come back here. Our smart contract is done here. So it's time to deploy. Remember that you must check in the icon number 4 if the compilation is successful, like mine. And then go to the icon number 5, deploy and run transactions, and click on deploy. Confirm your transaction on MetaMask. I'm waiting. Then it's confirmed now. You can scroll down, deployed contacts, and the register access is over there. So do this now, deployed contacts, copy the register address. Let's see if you can survive. Try to put above this, okay? I will try mine. So copy, come here and paste. Also remember that it's important to you to update this in our task form. So remember that we have the task form here at the beginning as well. task form is over there. Oh, someone did something. Task form, slides. Okay, better now. And I'd like to update the content inside my task form. Let's go. So here is my form. I'm editing my response. And what I'd like to have it now, we have the register access smart contact address. So let's paste it here and submit again. This part is done. Okay. Okay, this is good. And let's try our registered access now. You can see that. I'd like to see who is the owner. This is my address. Finish on 96. It's me. So list info, nothing now. Let's start to add information here. Chainlink. You can do the information that you'd like to have, okay? Add info. Confirming. Let's see, how are you? And I know that I have a question. Where is the question? Who was putting some question here? I can try to help you. And congrats, everyone. We have a lot of information here. Amazing to see this. I'm really proud of you. And I wish to be with you in person, only to see the eyes shining when you are creating our first smart content. But you can make me happy sharing the social networks. How was for you? And now we just deployed the register access contact. And I added the chain link. Let's see the list info chain link. If I go to the get info, I only have the index 0. If I try the index 1, I have an error. If I try the index 0, yes, the information is over there. Oh, thank you, Deepak. Thank you, Anthony. Amazing. Thank you, AJ. And this. Now I'd like to have the Chainlink Bootcamp 2024. So I'm adding a new information. Bootcamp, only Bootcamp. Okay. Add info. So I'm adding another information. Confirm. Waiting a bit more. Okay. Here we are. List info, Chainlink Bootcamp. Okay. Let's update the Chainlink now. So I'm going to the set info. It will be better if you expand the set info. The Chainlink, it's in the index 0. So I'd like to update the index 0 and add the Chainlink 2024 Bootcamp. Okay, I'm updating the Chainlink for Chainlink 2024. And confirming the transaction. It's my pleasure, Waza. And yes, you are welcome, Hector. I hope to see you during these 10 days, finish out the bootcamp. And good to know that you are from Brazil, Julio. We have another session in Portuguese today. It will be 7 p.m. Here in São Paulo, okay? And also we have the Spanish session, 4 p.m. Brazil and Argentinian time. And is this. So it's updated. Let's see. List info, Chainlink 2024 Bootcamp. Get info now is only this. Try to get info in the index 1, the second position, Bootcamp. I will add the only one more, then we are doing something different. Now I'd like to set info now. I'd like to add one more info. I'd like to have the buy Sol here. Add info. And soon I will ask to interact with some of your content, okay? And here we are, it's confirmed. So probably now I have a Chainlink Bootcamp by Sol. And is this. Now is the time that I'd like to interact with you. So let's see if I can find you. So, Julio, I'd like to have you and another person. Could you add, I will add my address over there. And could you add me inside your contract? So let's get my address. Okay. Okay, this is my address. And what's happened if, this is interesting, what's happened if I try to interact with a contact from another person now? So, let's see, Thiago, is you here? Is it you here? Let's see. This is the address of Thiago contract. Let's go to remix. This is mine. I close that. I'm using that address with Thiago address contract. And this is. It seems that is not a checksum. Let's see if this is right or no. What's happened? Owner. It seems that you are the owner. List info. You have information over there, Thiago. If you try to interact with the content from another person, you not work exactly because you are not allowed to do that. So I may try to interact with Thiago content. This will not work, but I'd like to show you what's happening. Is this the message that you have it? Yes. You have this message because you are not authorized to interact with this content, okay? In some moment in the past, Remix used to show the right message over there. If you send the transaction anyway, this transaction will fail and you will spend some gas for nothing. So I will not do that, sorry. Is that? So Ines told that I can use his contact. Let's see. And yes, exactly. This is the Ines, you are here. Okay, this is the Ines contact. I got his address. Thiago, if you authorized me, I can try to interact with you again, okay? This is Ines contract. And now let's see what information you have. You have your buy Sol. So cute. I'd like to see if my address it's enabled here to be sure. So let's get my address. Here is my address. Copy it. Go in the allow list and check it out. Yes, it's true. it seems that I can have. Let's come back to Thiago contract, and probably this is false. You can see here that it's false. I can't interact with Thiago contract because he didn't allow me. Yeah, okay. But Ines allow me, so let's do yours. This is Ines contract, and now I'd like to add more information. Chainlink, bootcamp by Sol. Let's do this. What I'd like to have this now. Hello world. Not so inspired today. Add info. And yes, you can see that now I can interact with Ines content. I don't have an error here because I am allowed over there. Let's wait a bit. Wait the confirmation. Yes, it's confirmed. Let's go here, list info, Chainlink 2024 bootcamp by Sol, hello world. I did it. And I'd like to explore your content a bit more, okay? We have 2 points to do still. First of that, let's get my information on Block Explorer. But this is your content. Let's go to your content. And here you can see that we have 2 add info, set info. We have 2 add member, one worked, another no. And this is me adding the information. Okay. And yes, Anthony, yes, you type the MetaMask address, but not your address. You must use the address from the other person that you'd like to interact with you, okay? And Anthony, no, Thiago told that I can do it now. So let's come back. Remember that the second one is from Thiago. Hello list. It is still false, Thiago. You did it. No. I don't know if this is not you. Do you know if this is you? Thiago Chainlink Bootcamp? Yeah. The allow list is still false, Thiago. And Ines is let us know that he changed the content. Yes, amazing. So, Thiago, this is you. It means that in your content, you must add the address of my wallet. In the allow list, you must do this here in the add member part. So came to add member to add me, okay? I can use Yugo as well. Sepolia, okay. Okay, I will go a bit forward and then if you have time, you can come back. But I think we are good. Okay, so another point that I'd like to teach you today, when we have a content, like this is the content from, this was from Thiago, no, from Ines, yes. If you go here, you can see that this is, we can't understand this. This is a bytecode, but we can verify and publish our content. So what we are doing now, we are doing this part. How can I do that? Let's try this. Let's go to Sepolia, Etherscan. Search for your contract. Your register access can be. Okay. Let's do that. So, why I close it? Let's get the last time I did something. Content deployment. like here, content deployment. So I think this is my content. Let's be sure. This is my content. Copy it. Come back here and search it. Yes. So go to Ethereum on Sepolia. And over there, go to the tab contract. Here, tab contract. And then you can do the verify and publish part. What I'm doing here, click on verify and publish. And this is my content. The compiler type, it's a single file. The compiler version, it was 19. Okay. And the kind of license was MIT. So you must fill this part now. Can I copy this? I think yes. No, probably didn't copy it so well. Let's see the result. And again, yes, it's crazy. Okay, so all the license over there, that will not be good. But select the compiler version, the license type, and this, okay? Compiler type, and it was that, okay? Is this. So let's come back over there, click on continue. And now I must copy and paste the smart contract here, okay? Let's get from remix, exactly this that I have here. Select all, like a Control A, select all. Then copy it. Go to the Ethereum and paste it. Here. Only that. Scroll down. You are not a robot. Oh, this is so hard to me. Maybe I'm right now. Let's see. Yes. And now I can click on verify and publish it. And we are waiting this to be verified. By the way, let's answer some questions. What's the use of that? You know that blockchain is public. So it's a good practice to publish your smart content. It's like a way that you can tell the world, let the world knows how is your content and you trust in your content, and to someone interact with your content, they can check the content before, something like that. Okay, so we used to publish contents in order to be transparent, in order to make the other people be comfortable in check the code before interact with your content. This can be used to the good and to the evil, because if there are something wrong in your content, the hackers will discover that. But they will discover it anyway. Even if you didn't publish it, it's possible to do to decode and try that, okay? And this is published now. What's happened? If I came here again to my content, and you can see that now in the the tab content, I have the green sign. This is the code that we did now. You have now 2 extra buttons, read content, with the same functions that we can only read, like let's check the list info. Chainlink 2024 Bootcamp by Sol, or the get info. Remember that I must add an index 1, can see. And the one is the bootcamp. Okay. And maybe if everyone is trying to do the same now, we are broken the Ethereum now. So try later, because when we have it 300, 400 people trying in the same time, we can create problems. Okay. And what more I'd like to show you? Go to the right content now. Right content, here we are. And in the same way that I can interact with a content inside the remix, I can do that here if I connect my wallet. So let's connect to Web3. So it means that I'm connecting this website, the Etherscan, with my MetaMask wallet. And this is my account. Next, connect. Okay, I am connected now. So if I try to add a new info, for example, I add my country. I am from Brazil, so Brazil, right? Now in the same way that I did that on Remix, I can do on Etherscan. Confirm. Thiago, probably your error is related to have a lot of people trying the same time, okay? Or another point is that we have now more than 100 people doing that, and in some moment, Etherscan, you realize that it's the same bytecode, and it's trying to do that in automatic way for you, okay? And yes, Joseph, you can see the source code of all Solidity projects on Etherscan if they do that, okay? And this we are talking, thank you, Bara, we are talking about transparency and trust. Amazing. Exactly that. And I did that here. If I come back to read, and let's get the list info again, close and open. It was not updated. Probably it's not so good like Remix, because I don't have a button to update this. Maybe I can refresh. And now I have the count over there. And, oh, I think this is small for you, better. And if I came into Remix, let's go to mine. Mine is the first. Listing, it's here as well. And someone asked me related to that contract verification with Etherscan. It was that, like I have a plugin on Remix that do that. This is not for beginners. You don't need to worry about this now, but if you'd like to have it, you can go to the plugin manager and search here. But you must have a key on Etherscan. It's not so simple, okay? Including that I deactivate that now. And this is, now we create 2 smart contracts. We create one, so basic, and another that you can manage the permissions. Let's see what more I have here. And remember that I shared this with you, all the information from yesterday as well. You understand everything. This was the blockchain fundamentals, networks, Web3, wallets. You did this yesterday, and today it was not like a so long slide session like today. We starting here, but now it's an important moment to you, because I'm sharing with you in first round what happened. What I'm sharing with you now, it will be something that I will remove my screen a bit. What I'm sharing with you now, it's only to you. Nobody else knows about that, because it was not announced yet. And you are the first to know that. And yes, I'm so excited to do this with you. This is interesting. What I can tell to you, okay, you are learning 2 points for you. First of all, you are learning, and I used to say that if you know how to copy and paste, you can do all the bootcamp. This is good. Maybe after the bootcamp, it will not be so easy. You can have, like now everything is working, but if you try later, maybe it's not working the same way. You try to change something, not to work, but you are still learning. And one of the best way to learn after that, when you finish the bootcamp, is trying to create your own project. Create a new project. Have your idea and create a project. And better that is create a project in a hackathon. And I'm announcing to you in first hand our next hackathon, the upcoming Chainlink hackathon. It will be called Block Magic. It is starting on April 29. It means that you finish the bootcamp, you have 2 weeks more to practice, and then you can start your project in the hackathon. And because we are here together, you already know that we have other people that we are interacting. So probably you are meeting new friends here, and you can create a new team here in the bootcamp with have your other teammates from here to participate in the next hackathon. And the Chainlink hackathon used to have amazing prizes, and it's amazing recognition as well. It's so interesting. I'm so proud to have this with you in first hand. Yes, so amazing. Only you know about that. And you can't share this in the social network yet. So this, it's only for you. It's only for the people that are here inside the bootcamp. We didn't the official announce it yet. It will be only maybe next week. It is not today. It's not on this week. So this is only to us, okay? And okay, we have questions about that. Yes, this is a virtual hackathon. Get your teammates here. And what more? Kleber, we used to have the fully functional projects, because it existed different kinds of hackathon. Like if you do a hackathon in a weekend, it's hard to have everything done and a fully functional project. But you have more than 1 month. You can do that. So try to do a fully functional project. We are expecting that, yes. And the date is here. The date is, oh, I'm trying to, yes, I could add this. Oh, not this. Yes, it's a MVP. Yes, when I'm talking about the fully project, it's an MVP. It will be starting on April 29. And yes, you are beginner, but we know that we have people that are doing other things as well, but we have beginners, and you can do that. This is an amazing experience, and maybe exactly because you are beginner, you are thinking in like a simple solution to some problem, and can be better. We don't know. Try that. What more we have here? The requirements, Thiago, it's only to have a new project, or at least if you have like a old project, an advanced project, something that you did before, must be so clear what is new, what it was done before. It's preferred to have a new project, okay? A new MVP. And yes, Thiago, with this bootcamp, you'll be enough in the Solidity part. Like to create a front end, we are not teaching a front end here. So probably you can study a bit more about that part, or have some teammate that do that. Even if he didn't the bootcamp, he can do the other part. And yes, Mike, I think here in our bootcamp, it's amazing place to looking for teammates. You can invite your friends as well that are not here. You can try to make a group here. Also, we have some team formation sessions during the hackathon. And yes, Javier, this is amazing because like the bootcamp is for beginners, but after that we have more workshops during the hackathon. The 2 first weeks of the hackathon, we have more workshops for you, and that workshops will be from our partners, other sponsors, and they for sure you have a workshop teaching how to create the front end to you. And another point, remember that I know that it's so hard to you be here and in the same, if you only have one screen, you must see the YouTube videos, see the pads, see my presentation, and it's hard to see everything at the same time. Don't worry about that. Get the record late, try to watch again the YouTube video, pause, do in your own time. Okay, I try to not be so fast, but I know that I must have some time that's not so fast and not so slow, and I will not cover everyone, so you can do this later. Okay, and congrats to everyone that are signing to the hackathon just now. And Bara, would you like to come here again? Jump into the stage.
Hi,
Yoo-hoo.
Solange.
Hi.
Oh, great. I think the session went really well. I think I also see like, there are a lot of people like, Ajay, Tiago being pretty active here, helping other developers as well. I think that's something that, we saw yesterday as well. Like, the community is helping each other. That's something like, we really wanted to see going forward as well. And I think pretty much like, everybody learned how to deploy the smart contracts today. For everybody, like I think if this is the first time that you are actually like deploying your smart contract, I think you should definitely share it with the entire world. So you can tweet, or like you can share your experience from today's session using the hashtag which I'm going to show on the screen right now. So yeah, I think you can tweet using #Chainlink Bootcamp 2024. Use this hashtag, share your experience on Twitter or LinkedIn. We just wanted to see like what you learned, and show the world what you're doing right now in the bootcamp. Yeah.
Amazing. And if you tag me, probably I will repost you as well. So this is me. Oh, wait, this is me. Oh, and this is. You can have both. And what more do you have here? I think we are good. And congrats everyone, congrats all the people that was with us today, and all the volunteers that helped, the developers, experts, the community advocates that was here with you, try to help you, try to be sure that we are together. Remember that also we have the Discord channel. And is this for today? Tomorrow we you will learn how to create your token. Like in the Spanish session, they was asking to create a meme coin. It's up to you, okay? And tomorrow you are creating your token and you learn how to interact with your token. So bye, see you tomorrow.
See you guys. See you tomorrow. Bye.